Welcome back to the grind for another Alliance Quest Map 8 video. Again, this is Path 5. This time we're going to take a look at Section 2 with Mojo. Now, Mojo is a really good champion for this path, especially because he has the added sustainability. Now, my typical path clearing champions are Tigra and Dr. Doom, but I also bring in Kitty Pryde because of the Tigra synergy, and Kitty Pryde is good for my Section 2 path, as well as some of the pole fights. Mojo is great for honestly all of the fights that I have to take because he does well against pull with all that degen damage and the special 2 being projectile based. He also does amazing for path 5. As you can see, all the buffs that these champions would be getting, especially the ones from the nodes, we can bypass and turn into damage as well as healing. The problem is you have to have your anti-life field active before they throw a special attack, otherwise they will go stun immune, and you would ideally have it active before you gain 2 bars of power, because when you gain 2 bars of power, the opponent gets a power gain buff, so you want to be careful about that. So you want to keep it active as often as possible, and that way you won't have to worry about the power gain or the stun immunity, or for certain champions that gain a ton of buffs on the hits that you do to them and stuff like that. It will turn a lot of that into degen damage and keep you topping up your health with regen. So he's great for that as well. And for my Section 2, the first fight is Miles, but after that it's Captain Marvel movie and Hercules, and all I have to do is intercept to kind of put down the protection, and then Mojo just melts them as well. So Mojo is crushing it. Now this is just day 1. I'll probably record another clips, more clips on day 5 if I use Mojo for the whole week and showcase some of that. But I did want to just highlight a little bit how Mojo is really taking advantage of a lot of these fights. I got this punish special attack prompt a lot, and I didn't like it because they were playing so passive. It actually wasted a lot of my time, but hey, we made it work. We threw a heavy attack to switch it. Now we're throwing off a special 2, and ideally you want to get to your special 2 when they have low power so that the power gain buff has no chance of pushing to a special 3. But with Mystic Dispersion, sometimes you jump to 2 bars of power with a surprise, and you might not be able to, control that. But ideally, keep your anti-life field up as active as possible, bait out special 1s, and that will make the fight pretty straightforward. You won't have to worry as much about the power gain. So here against Super Skrull, we're baiting out special 1s. That time the stun immune buff lasted pretty long, and part of that is because the duration of that stun immune buff is based on how many buffs you have active when it triggers. So Super Skrull gains tons of buffs, and he had a lot of them active when it triggered, so it was a very long buff. But it's still, he's melting very quickly, and we throw off a special 3, and it actually finishes off the fight. And so that was a fairly straightforward clear of Section 3, Path 5. And then, hey, we have a bonus fight here with Airwalker. The nodes are Stun Vulnerability, Tenacity, and Power Drain if you get hit. And we actually get a little bit extra regeneration because of the armor breaks that he places, or the whatever debuffs that he places that we can get willpower benefits off of. But again, this fight goes by pretty quickly because all the hater buffs we're putting on and all the buffs that he would get are instead turned into degen, and again give us some regeneration and keep us topped up. I believe we're going to be able to throw off a special 2 here and land a few extra degens on him, and that's ticking for over 2,000 damage per tick, and it just barely didn't finish him off here, but very close, and then we just finished it off easily. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep an eye out for more, and I hope to see you in the next video.